To anxious parents that are looking at their kids and feeling like their kids' attention is being spread across extracurriculars, but video games and Instagram, social media, and all these other things, and they're concerned. What do I do? How do I correct my child, or should I correct my child? Do you have any words of advice?
I mean, I think it all depends on parents. I'll give you a simple example. Of course, I'm a 60s child. I was born in 1966. Recently, I met someone who was perhaps 2 years older than me, or a year and a half. A lot of you know that person. His name is Amir Khan. I had the fortune of spending a day with him. And he grew up just a couple of years before me. And he is in the film industry. And I was shocked to hear from him. He said he does not watch movies. So while I was growing up, only pastime we had was watching movies. I mean, I don't want to blame my parents, but that's what we did. In our household, hardly anybody read books. People read magazines or newspapers, but nobody read books. So as a result, I find very difficult for me to read books. Whereas this guy, I spent a day with him. He was reading 2 books at the same time, meaning 1 hour he'll pick up one book that was a biography of Kishore Kumar, other one was some other book, that spiritual anatomy that Daji gave it to him. So he was switching between those 2 books. Every hour he'll switch the book. And he says, Sanjay ji, I don't watch movies. Evening times are perfect for me, where I pick up a book and I try to finish at least half of it. He said in 2 to 3 days he can finish 1 book. And you can imagine how many books he would have read in his life, how much knowledge. No wonder when these artistic guys, they do need to have that repository of knowledge, repository of all that information or the knowledge in their head, and he does have it. He does have a means of getting himself updated all the time as well. So coming back to this, today's parents, I think it all depends on them. I mean, you can say, how are you going to change their habit when you're doing that yourself? I mean, how many times you are checking the phone yourself every day or every hour, and then how can you expect the child to be any different? If you are, let's say, reading books, I mean, if you're like Amir Khan reading books, why would you think the child would pick up phone? Or if you are a parent who's spending time with the child. I mean, I remember, I think raising our child, my wife was very strict about it, that how many hours kid will watch TV. He was allowed to watch TV only for 30 minutes. And then I must credit her about this, that we used to have at least 30 minutes of time when we would all play some game together. And I mean, if you do things like that, of course, child's development will be completely different. So I think instead of complaining about children and finding a solution to that, solution is in the hands of parents. Change your habits. You will see the result.
As you become a grandparent, what kind of world do you wish for your granddaughter to grow up in?
That is a very, emotional question for me. And I know I'm supposed to write something about it also in her diary that she will read in the future. But every time I pick up the pen to write it, I feel very emotional about it. Because the world I see right now is not the world I would wish any child to grow up in. So I am hoping that I'll feel more comfortable within myself to be able to write a happier, a hopeful world, that whether it happens or not, it gets created or not, at least when she reads it, she can think about and she can feel good about.